Not sure on what, but we'll take a look at that video more coming up. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. The Midwest and Northeast will certainly feel the warmth of winter storm, or the wrath, I should say, not the warmth. It is a chill Winter Storm Liam this week, and then there's another behind that, another storm late week into the weekend. A very busy week ahead right now. So let's go ahead and show you where days since you've seen snow over 3 inches. So you finally broke that streak yesterday. So here's where we are today. Our upper-level disturbance driving in south here through the plains. The stronger upper-level winds now dipping into the south, and we're going to see right across the Ohio Valley some jet stream help in our precip for today. Here is the forecast here. So we get you through this afternoon. This is 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and then overnight is when it all sort of goes down right here into the Midwest and the Ohio Valley. Look at everything coming in and the timing. So this is 11 o'clock. Hopefully you're home, you're inside, you're off the roadways, but we've got snow coming into Chicago. We've got a mix of wintry precip, Louisville, Cincinnati, likely to see some snow and then potentially some ice here as well. Some freezing rain is the potential all the way back to Paducah, and then south of that it is going to be all rain, but watching that rain snow line and that icy line right here into southern Ohio, into southwestern Pennsylvania as we get you into tomorrow morning. So your commute around Pittsburgh could be very interesting and very difficult too. So here's a look at how much snow is yet to come with Winter Storm Liam. So this is again our next storm, Chicago. We got number 1 out of the way. This is number 2 for the week in terms of storms. So 1 to 3 inches of snow for you back into the area. The timing is overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. Temperatures are going to be cold, upper teens. So snow will be an issue on the roadways. You know, I heard that it takes about 2 hours for a complete pass of the whole metro area with the plows. So Chicago, if you're getting some heavy snow, an inch or so an hour, that's going to mean roads are going to be a bit dicey, potentially at rush hour, because we have, you know, all night long where it's snowing with temperatures in the teens. At these temperatures, you know, the road salt doesn't work all that well. Let's take a look at Cincinnati. We're going to take a look at your timing tonight, starting late night, continuing overnight into early Wednesday morning. It's 1 to 3 inches of snow, but it's a wintry mix here. That's a potential for you as well. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 20s. Winds may not be that much of a factor. You can see the timing. Rush hour tomorrow morning going to be the toughest time as we see that changeover from maybe ice to snow. No showery stuff we got yesterday off and on. This is system snow coming on in, so it's a little more widespread. Let's take a look. Same system, Winter Storm Liam. We just talked about it in the Midwest and Ohio Valley. As it gets into the Northeast, your timing is tomorrow. So this is your Wednesday that we're talking about, with the snow moving in throughout much of Pennsylvania, New York, and then we'll see the warm front come north. And so we'll be looking at mainly rain in Philly, mainly rain in New York City, though you'll likely start with some wintry precip, then changing over. Same thing in Boston there, as you start with the wintry precip and then change over to rain. But we hang on to all snow throughout the day right across New York State, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. We're going to get some decent snow, I think, out of this as well. Looking at anywhere from 8 to 12 inches, pretty widespread. The 5 to 8 is that lighter purple, 8 to 12 the darker purple. The darkest purple is more than a foot of snow, and that's going to be in Vermont and New Hampshire. Anywhere there's a little elevation help, you'll get a bit more snow out of this. So your timing, Syracuse, starts on Wednesday, continuing into Wednesday night. It's 5 to 8 inches of snow for you, more widespread than we've seen recently in terms of coverage in the area. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 20s. Winds are going to be about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's your timing. So it's not today, it's tomorrow. So this is your Wednesday forecast. We will see the snow begin in the morning, continuing right throughout the afternoon and early evening. Pittsburgh. All right, so overnight tonight things begin. Tomorrow morning's commute is going to be very dicey. 5 to 8 inches of snow for you with temperatures in the upper 20s. And real quick, let me show you what's going on with our timing here. The concern is that freezing rain is going to mix in as well, making road conditions very treacherous tomorrow morning. Forecast so far, but let's talk about that ice potential from Winter Storm Liam. Here's the area that we're watching. Anywhere from southern Missouri, northern Arkansas, right up along the Ohio River Valley, right here into southern Indiana, into southern Ohio, watching into West Virginia too, and even into Pennsylvania. There is that chance of ice accretion. Freezing rain, the worst to drive on, right? And we are going to be concerned about maybe it coating tree limbs, perhaps power lines. Is there the chance of power outages? Certainly, that's a potential. So we've got winter weather advisories posted by the National Weather Service for all these areas. Winter storm watches are up across northeastern Pennsylvania and southern New York, and watching concerns here as we get into, again, tomorrow the time frame. So throughout the day today, you'll see those watches turn either into a warning or into an advisory. Just a reminder that if there's a winter storm watch, that means there's the potential for significant snow, sleet, or ice. If there's a warning, it means that severe snow, sleet, or ice will make travel dangerous. And if it's an advisory, it means it will cause travel difficulties, and you need to use caution when traveling. All right, let's go coast to coast right now. We have a look at your Tuesday morning weather headlines. And as we get you through this week and into the weekend, it's a busy one. I mean, we've got 3 storms this week. The pattern very active. Each one is a little worse than the last in terms of the amount of precip and sort of the energy involved in it. Today's forecast, we're going to see the snow from yesterday's storm slide into the northeast and slide out pretty quickly, pretty light there. But the next storm system is already coming in. We'll see that across the central plains and to the south. We're going to see some thunderstorms. There is the chance for maybe some small hail with some of these thunderstorms. Watching across northern Louisiana, maybe northeastern Texas, there's that chance. Maybe a few gusty winds as well. And certainly a rumble of thunder is not out of the question. So we take this system, and this is Winter Storm Liam that we're talking about here. That moves east overnight tonight, and that's where you get the bulk of your precip in places like Chicago. And that heads into the northeast for your Wednesday. A mess of a commute with snow in Cleveland, snow changing over to a wintry mix in places like Pittsburgh. You could see some ice there. Some freezing rain is a possibility. We'll watch Philadelphia for that same thing, too. New York City, I think the morning rush could be pretty interesting because we'll be warming up through the day to change over to rain, eventually get to the 40s. But we start the day with that wintry precip. Then that moves out. Thursday's your dry day, your off day there across the east. But the next system already ready, coming on in here across Montana, getting into the upper Midwest on Friday. This is going to be our weekend weather maker. And this one is kind of all stretched out and just taking its time to cross the country. So we're going to see Friday, Saturday and Sunday with this system. On Saturday, see how the snow is spread out across the upper Midwest and the northern plains. On Sunday, it's heading into the northeast, but the rain snow line this time is a bit farther north, so it is all right in places like New York City. All right, this winter, some cities have seen a lot of snow, but and welcome back to AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. A potent storm will move across the middle and eastern U.S. starting today, bringing snow, ice, rain, and even thunderstorm potential. Its name is Liam, and we've got a blast of winter weather already through the Midwest. That has left roads a mess here with 185 crashes in the Hawkeye State. While an army of plows storm system up this week, we've got 3 storm systems this week that we are tracking. So here is the one we're going to watch build in throughout the day today, and especially tonight is when a lot of the impacts will be from this one. The upper level energy diving down over the plains. The main event happening across the Ohio Valley and upper Midwest is going to be overnight tonight. Watch what happens. You can see it takes all day for this to move in, but then by this evening, snow spreading back into Iowa, into northern Illinois, Indiana, at least the northern part of the state. We get that. We're also watching the southern side for some icy accumulation. We're going to see that along the Ohio River Valley, Paducah, Louisville, Cincinnati, all places to watch for that icy accumulation. And then Cleveland, it is all snow for you. Pittsburgh, it's a little bit of everything. More snow than anything else, but you're going to mix in a little bit of ice or sleet too. So we're going to watch that into your early tomorrow morning commute and then continuing throughout the day tomorrow. So in terms of snowfall, we're going to get about a widespread 1 to 3, that swath stretching from Nebraska, northern Kansas, into northern Missouri, into northern Illinois as well. Iowa, this is not going to be as big of a snow for you as you just saw. Des Moines, you picked up more than 5 inches. This time it's going to be less than that here because just the track of the system will be a little bit further south. Chicago, we got 2 inches yesterday. You had 500 flights canceled. Let's see if we have to do that all over again because we're going to pick up another 1 to 3 inches of snow. The timing is overnight tonight, but then early Wednesday, your commute is going to be affected by it. Temperatures will be in the upper teens. Winds will be about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's the timing. Today, things are dry and quiet and cloudy and cold, but the snow doesn't start until later this evening, then continuing through the overnight. So tomorrow morning, you're going to be tuning in to see what's happening on the radar, how much snow is left, and of course, checking in to see if schools and businesses will be affected by the snowfall. Let's take a look at Cincinnati. Our timing again is overnight tonight, just like Chicago. Continuing though more into the day on Wednesday, 1 to 3 inches of snow, temperatures in the upper 20s. This will be an impact event on the roadways. Look at Cincy. So we keep our temperatures in the upper 20s. We never get any warmer than that. This is overnight tonight, starting as snow, mixing in with freezing rain, and then changing back over to snow into the early morning hours, continuing through the morning rush here in Cincinnati. Watch today's forecast, mainly cloudy. Can't rule out a flurry or 2, but we got to wait till tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, I should say, for the big storm to come in. So the winter storm Liam. Winter storm alert. So we've got the winter weather advisories from southern Ohio through much of Kentucky, northern Virginia, including the D.C. area. New York City under nothing right now, but not too far away. We've got the winter storm watches up and winter storm warnings actually north of that up towards northern New York State and parts of Vermont. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's coming your way. This is our storm system that we're talking about and just went through the Midwest. The south is going to be rain, but what happens in the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast? The warm front is going to be pushing through, and on the leading edge of the warm front, we're likely to see an icy mix before a change over to rain. So first of all, the ice. We've got that potential right here from southern Missouri, northern Arkansas, right into the Ohio Valley, Paducah, Louisville, Cincinnati. Even Pittsburgh has the chance of seeing some accretion of ice. Poughkeepsie, New York, you've got that risk as well, and it stretches back right across southeastern Pennsylvania. Maybe not Philadelphia, but off to the north and west and, maybe around the Harrisburg area, the risk for that ice. And then we look at the snowfall on top of that. So we've got the risk for snow coming in. This is through Thursday morning. There's going to be more getting into the weekend, but this is through Thursday morning. A pretty wide area of 8 to 12 inches of snow north of I-80 here in Pennsylvania. I-90 all snowy, and then up into the northeast, especially in Maine, we've got a decent snowfall, maybe more than a foot in several locations. All right, we're going to go coast to coast right now with a look at your Tuesday morning weather headlines. In this weekend forecast, we literally have everything. It's a busy week of weather. So we started yesterday with storm system number 1. Number 2 is where we are today with our next storm system. And then number 3 comes in for the weekend. So today, of course, we just talked about that risk of thunderstorms to the south, to the north, the snow moving in. A lot of it's happening overnight tonight in the Midwest. So don't think you're missing out. It's just happening overnight. And then it heads into the Northeast tomorrow. A lot of changing precip. So Philadelphia, D.C., maybe you start with the wintry mix, but then you change over to rain as the warm front comes through and temperatures warm up. Then colder behind the front on Thursday there. And at the same time, our next system is getting going, bringing snow into Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska. We see that on Friday, spreading out. And look how stretched out this next storm system is. This thing is with us for several days. It starts on Thursday, continues Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. We're still watching it now at this point, getting into the Northeast. All rain this time for places like New York City.